In the quiet village of Willowbrook, where houses had chimneys like chocolate sticks and the air always smelled like fresh bread, lived a curious boy named William. William had big ideas, messy hair, and a favorite red sweater that he wore even in summer. But what he loved most of all were dragons. He had dragon books, dragon socks, dragon pajamas, even a dragon toothbrush that growled, well, sort of, when he brushed his teeth. Dragons are strong, William would say. They're brave and bold and roar really loud. Every night before bed, William would open his favorite storybook and read about dragons who protected castles, rescued villages, or flew over mountains with fire in their throats. But one night, something curious happened. As William tucked himself into bed and turned off his lamp, he heard a sniffle. Not a normal sniffle. A very dragon-y one. He peeked under his bed. Nothing. He checked the closet. Just shoes. Then he tiptoed to the window, pulled back the curtain, and gasped. There, curled up in his backyard under the moonlight, was a small, green dragon. It had tiny wings, shimmering scales, and the biggest, saddest eyes William had ever seen. The dragon looked up and gave a tiny, squeaky eep. William hurried outside with his flashlight and blanket. "Are you lost?" he asked. The dragon nodded slowly. "Are you dangerous?" The dragon shook his head, then sneezed a tiny puff of smoke. "Pfft. What's your name?" The dragon whispered, "Norbert." William smiled. "Nice to meet you, Norbert. I'm William. Do you want some warm milk?" Norbert nodded hopefully. After a snack and a hug, William asked the question that had been bouncing in his head. "Why are you so sad?" Norbert looked down. "Because I can't roar." William blinked. "Can't?" "I've tried everything," said Norbert. Growling lessons, thunder tea, even spicy volcano soup. But every time I try to roar, it comes out like, he took a deep breath and let out, eep. It sounded more like a hiccup than a roar. William didn't laugh. Not even a little. Instead, he sat next to Norbert and said, "Maybe roaring isn't everything." Norbert sniffled. "Easy for you to say. You're not a dragon. Dragons are supposed to be loud and scary. I'm just me." William thought for a moment, then smiled. "Tomorrow, we're going on a dragon discovery day. We'll find out what kind of dragon you are. Deal?" Norbert's eyes sparkled. Deal. Chapter 2, Dragon Discovery Day. At sunrise, William packed his backpack, cookies, water, a blanket, a pencil, a notebook, and a tiny whistle, just in case. "First stop," William said, "the Meadow of Echoes." It was the loudest place near Willowbrook. If Norbert could roar anywhere, it would be there. Norbert took a deep breath. RRR, eep. The meadow echoed softly, eep, eep. They both sighed. Next stop, the old windy hill. "Maybe the wind will help your roar travel farther," William suggested. Norbert climbed the hill, wings flapping. He opened his mouth. RRAAA, eep. The wind carried it away like a leaf. Still not scary. Norbert drooped. I'm never going to be a real dragon. But William wasn't giving up. He opened his notebook. Let's list what you can do. So they tested everything. Fire breath? Tiny sparks. Like birthday candles. Flying? More of a hop and glide. Tail swishing? Very good. He knocked over 3 daisies. Smoke signals? Impressive curly hearts. Snuggling? Top marks. Super warm. By lunchtime, William grinned. You might not roar, but you're still a real dragon. Just a different kind. Norbert tilted his head. A quiet dragon? William nodded. Maybe your power isn't in loudness. Maybe it's in kindness. Chapter 3: The Scary Shadow. That night, as William and Norbert sat in the treehouse eating jam sandwiches, a loud boom shook the air. Lights flickered in the distance. The wind howled. A storm? No, worse. From the woods came a deep growl. Then a stomp. And then a shadow. Tall. Spiky. Eyes glowing red. The villagers screamed and ran to their homes. William stared. What is that? Norbert's scales trembled. That's Grizzlehorn, the grumpy forest dragon. He's angry all the time. Super loud. Grizzlehorn stomped closer, growling. No one comes near my cave. I hate singing. And flowers. And bedtime stories. William whispered, maybe he needs a hug. Norbert gulped. You go. I'll support you from behind this bush. But when Grizzlehorn roared again, a tree shook. A little kitten meowed and got stuck in a tree. William pointed. We have to help it. Grizzlehorn growled. I hate kittens. Norbert's eyes widened. Something inside him changed. He may not have had a roar, but he had courage. Norbert stepped forward. Leave the kitten alone. Grizzlehorn blinked. Who said that? Was that a squeaky bird? Norbert stood taller. No. I'm Norbert. I may be small. I may not roar. But I care. William smiled. Go, Norbert. Grizzlehorn snorted. Or what? You'll eat me to sleep? Norbert flapped his wings, jumped, and soared up to the tree. With gentle claws, he scooped up the kitten and glided down. The kitten purred. The villagers cheered. Grizzlehorn scratched his head. Ha! No one's ever talked to me like that. Or saved kittens. Norbert looked up. Maybe you don't need to be scary. Maybe you just need a friend. Grizzlehorn blinked, then sat down with a thud. I never had one. William walked over. Would you like to come to our next sandwich party? We have jam. Grizzlehorn smiled. Just a little. Yes. Chapter 4: The Dragon Parade. A week later, the village held a parade. Banners waved. Trumpets tooted. Children wore cardboard wings. At the front marched William and Norbert, now an official kindness dragon. Grizzlehorn came too, wearing a flower crown and carrying kittens in a basket. Norbert never learned to roar, but he became the most loved dragon in the village. And every night, William would cuddle in bed, look out the window at the stars, and smile. Because dragons didn't need to roar to be real. Sometimes, they just needed someone to believe in them.